This meeting is being recorded.
I am joined by Brian and Jason from the band Roseneath from Richmond, Virginia here this morning. Thanks for joining us here, gentlemen. Why don't you introduce yourselves and tell us what you do in the band?
Yeah, I'm Brian George. I'm the guitarist, and Jason does everything else.
You play bass too, Brian, and you're right mostly.
Little bass.
Little bass. Yeah, I mean that sums it up. I do some guitar, vocals, some bass. We tend to play bass on the songs we write. So. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're chatting with you here today, Brian. We had a little bit of a correspondence a couple of years ago now, I think, at the tail end of your previous band, Cosmonaut, when you were living in Michigan, and unfortunately weren't able to pull together an interview. A new band now, titled Roseneath. Why don't you give us a little history on the band?
Yeah. You liked Cosmonaut for some reason. I don't really know what's up with that, but yeah, I had to quit. I had to move for work, and I kind of stopped playing for about, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. I started a band briefly in California. I was doing some singing for a few guys, and just wasn't worth the commute. So I stopped doing that. It was pretty much a 4 or 5 year hiatus when I was moving all over the country. Finally landed here in Richmond, where we want to be. Met Jason on Craigslist, and pretty much as soon as I heard that angelic voice of his, he's doing his Breaths solo project. It's called Breaths, Breaths. And that's definitely worth checking out too. Kind of a fusion of, I don't know, black metal, alt metal. He could describe that better than me. But yeah, we started working together. We were going to take Breaths live. That was the initial plan. Got together with some guys, and we kind of flip-flopped back and forth a little bit as to whether or not we were going to do that or we were going to start something new. And after a few times back and forth with it, we just kind of settled on doing something new. I think Jason was more interested in moving forward creatively than just kind of live in the past and doing his solo project live. And yeah, we decided to just do something a little bit more alt rock and just create something new, just the two of us.
So has the entire project is the project, I guess, older than the pandemic, or has this all been put together within the confines of the pandemic?
I mean, it's really taken shape in the last 6 months.
Okay.
I think we started practicing, as like Brian said, what we intended to be a live band. We had a few others in the mix at first, playing with us, and that was back in, I don't know, July, August timeframe, and then we kind of split and decided to make it more of a solo project, or not solo, a studio project for now. Just a few months ago, Brian, right? Like maybe 2-3 months ago at most.
Yeah, it's brand new. We're working quick.
So have you been able to get together in person and work things out, or has most of the collaboration been done via distance, sharing files? And
yeah, we're getting together. I mean, we originally were putting together a band, so we had some practices, just kind of a regular band style, get in a room and hash it out. Lately, ever since it's been a recording project, we've been getting together to do it, but that's only just because I don't really have a setup. So okay. At some point, it's going to be a little bit easier for him once I get that going, and we'll probably just be swapping tracks, kind of a local virtual setup.
Okay. And how did you record the album? Were you able to get into a studio and do that, or did you do that yourself?
DIY.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys, you reached out to me, Brian, because you have a debut. Your debut song is up on your Bandcamp page, which is roseneath.bandcamp.com. The debut song is By a Thread.
Yeah, I think it's up everywhere. Spotify, probably iTunes, YouTube. Yeah, By a Thread, lead off track. I originally called it Pixie because I thought it was a nice Pixies ripoff with the kind of upbeat tempo and the jangly guitar in the chorus. But Yeah, we thought it was a solid leadoff track. We're probably going to be putting one out about every 6 weeks or so until we have an EP together.
Okay. No, that's great.
Yep.
I really, I really dig that heavy, that heavy guitar, the heavy guitar sound that you guys have going on, and kind of this similar, but different to what you were doing in Cosmonaut. And then the clean vocals, the kind of the shoegaze vocals that you
Oh
put
yeah,
together.
I mean,
It's
let's
right up
be
my
real.
alley.
This song is Cosmonaut with a good singer. I guess I can say that as the old Cosmonaut singer.
Right. So you mentioned you're both songwriters. So you guys are both bringing ideas, or when you're collaborating, it sounds like you're both bringing maybe more than, or sort of fully formed or rather fleshed out ideas to the table.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think
typically it's parts, right? I'll have some parts, and it's like, is this good? Is this a song? And if it seems like it's going to turn into something, we work on it and we hash it out. Usually at that point, it's more just structural, writing vocals and things like that. I think that yeah, he's written some stuff. I've written some stuff. I don't know if we have anything where I threw some riffs in and he threw some riffs in though. So it's probably just yeah, somebody writes the music, and then he's stuck with the vocals and the recording duties and everything else.
Okay.
yeah, it's usually either a Brian song or a Jason song, and then yeah, we'll give each other feedback. And he's a drummer as well. I've never played drums, so he kind of helps guide the drum tracks and make them, because we program the drums. We don't have a live drummer, so he kind of helps make that realistic sounding as if he'd recorded them in the studio. So um, that helps. That's something I don't have on my solo project, is that kind of input. So, but yeah,
Okay.
I'm stuck making it, whatever he gives me work vocally. So no, it's all good stuff.
So not only having one song at this point in time, I guess, do you feel that like your songwriting, well, obviously it must be really compatible. Is there a discernible difference from, listening to, or who can, when we get more songs, as to who wrote what song?
I think you'll be able to tell.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
I don't know. We'll see.
it mixes well, but yeah, I mean, it's been more of Brian songs than Jason songs. I have been more involved in, writing the vocals and
Okay.
engineering the music and stuff. So a lot of my time's been put there. And
I
he's
keep
just,
him busy with my mix notes, so I get to write all the songs.
yeah, he just cranks out the
And
riff.
this is after yelling at him about how I didn't start a band. He started a band and he needs to write more songs. You can't win with me.
Okay.
No, I think stylistically though, I'm kind of shooting straight down the middle at a, alt rock type stuff. I think what I'm hearing out of Jason right now, there's some alt metal, a little bit of emo, a little bit of
Mhm.
shoegaze. I think he's kind of exploring the probably more modern variations of the style.
Okay. And then
I kinda mix
that gives you kind of, a wide swath to kind of add vocal flavor to, or add, kind of to work with, I think.
We get to hit different playlists.
Right.
That's the world we're living in.
No, absolutely. So this is going to be primarily just a creative outlet and a recording project, you're thinking? It sounds like, or
we'll
Should I reveal my master plan?
I mean, yeah, I guess I think it's more of a we'll see where it takes us sort of.
okay.
We'll see
General
where it takes us. Maybe an East Coast run is in the future.
Okay.
We're old. We got jobs. We got kids. But yeah, if there's something worth doing, we'll get some people together and we'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So yeah, thank you for chatting with us here this morning. We've been talking to Roseneath, a band from the Richmond, Virginia area. Their debut song is titled "By a Thread." Where can you can find it at roseneath.bandcamp.com, and you said that it's up on all of the usual streaming suspects.
Yeah.
You guys are up on Instagram. Anywhere else that people can go and find you? You said it sounds like you're going to be releasing some new tracks here over the next couple of months as well. Where I'm excited to continue to get new music, new tunes from you guys.
Yeah, next single comes out February 9th. It's called Blurred and Bent. That'll be on all the streaming platforms, Bandcamp. And then I think we'll follow that up with another single about 6 weeks later. We're almost done with the EP. We're just going to stagger it out a little bit.
Okay.
EP is looking like probably a May timeframe, early May.
Okay. And do you think that's going to be only digital, or are you looking at a physical release on that as well?
We're shopping it around.
Okay.
We'll see. We might press something ourselves, CD wise. I don't know if we have the budget for a vinyl pressing, but we'll see.
Right.
But yeah, the hope is to have something physical. But we're just gonna have to shop around and see what we come up with.
That sounds good. Thank you guys. We're going to hear a couple more. We're going to hear By a Thread from Roseneath here this morning. Thanks for joining us today, guys. I really appreciate the time.
Yeah, thanks
All
for
right,
having
thanks, Craig.
Absolutely.